Hi, I'm Dr. Randy here again from my home with another idea for being intentionally at home. I got to be honest, today is one of those strong messages on a weak point. Something I struggle with. I've told you before, this has been an issue in my life, and it's collecting things. I love to collect things, and it's hard for me to get rid of things because you never know when you're going to need them. And my wife, on the other hand, she loves to declutter and get things out. And I know she's right. And I know that it's something that's healthier than clutter. And so I've been working on it in my life. So I want you to join me while we're being home a little bit more to make this an idea. How about while you're at home more, declutter one thing daily from your life? And so I think we start with a question today. What's one thing that's really bugging you? Now, it could be physical clutter. It might be your office or a desk or kitchen. It could be your closet. I don't know. But as I've often taught about declutter, it also could be something inside of you. Maybe you find your mind being cluttered. That's why the scripture says we need to take captive every thought out of obedience to Christ, because our minds can get so cluttered with things. Could be your emotions. I wrote a whole book, that talks about freedom from hijacked emotions, because really, literally, that's just clutter in your life. So I guess I'd ask you today, and I hope you'll post and tell me what it is, because it'll help you if you post it. Just say, hey, Randy, here's my comment. Here's the thing that I've got to get rid of, the clutter in my life that's got to go, so I can pray with you. So it starts with the question, what is one thing in your life that's really bugging you that you would care to share with me so we can pray with you? And when I talk about decluttering one thing every day, you know what? I think some of us who are very project oriented, it's easy for us to take this on as well. I got to spend all day, cleaning my office, or I got to spend all day, fixing how I'm thinking or whatever it is. And the best way to declutter is just a little bit over an extended period of time. Just one thing every day. In fact, you may want to say, hey, I'm just going to set the clock and the timer for 10 minutes every day or 15 minutes every day. And during those 15 minutes, you have in your mind one thing that you intend to declutter in your life. Now, let me tell you some ideas. Maybe there's been a work project that you've been putting off for a long time. I remember talking to a lady on my program, Intentional Living, some time ago, and she was talking about her frustration about her husband not finishing a project in the bathroom. And I went on to say, well, ma'am, I know that you want to get it done, but sometimes these bathroom projects can take days and weeks. And I heard her say out of frustration, this has been 9 years. And so that's clutter in your life, right? Maybe you have an unfinished project that's just been cluttering your mind. Sometimes I'll see people working in their yards and they got 4 or 5 projects going on, and they get one of them done and the other 3 are just left half done. There's something that's exhausting when we have these unfinished projects. So it could be something like a project, or on the other hand, it could be a phone call that you've been putting off. I mean, someone you need to call and talk to about whatever it may be in your life, or it could be a relationship that you've been putting off, trying to resolve a relationship, or a letter that needs to be written, or maybe you've been thinking, I need to check our car insurance rates and I can get a better rate. I don't know what it is, but I can tell you what, my guess is based on years of talking to people like me, you have some clutter in your life. And one of these life steps that we teach about experiencing an intentional life, L-I-F-E, the third one on that letter F really stands for focusing on decluttering one thing from our lives. And this is a great time to do it. Just one thing, maybe a small thing every day. And if you were to do that between now and the end of the month, think about that. That would be what? Maybe 18 or 20 little one things that you've decluttered from your life. Little projects, little undone things, thinking that needs to be removed, whatever that one thing is. So can I encourage you, as we come off Facebook here, to do 2 things for me. One is to pick what that one thing is and commit for the rest of this month every day to start working on decluttering a part of it. It might be in a relationship or in your home. And secondly, you would share it with me so I can pray with you. Post it in the comment section below. or send me an email, because we'll pray with you. We're going to ask God to give you the success in decluttering that area of your life. Love to hear what it is. Hey, thanks for joining me today. I've got some things I need to declutter that you can't see here in my office, and I'm going to be working on some things as well along with you. So thanks for joining me in my home today. I'll be back again tomorrow, and I got a great idea for you tomorrow on Facebook Live. I think it'll be helpful for you as you and I are being intentionally at home.